How is everybody doing today? Anyway, I'm gonna do my live stream tonight. It's gonna be called, I don't know what it's yet, but I'm gonna do it on. Uh, do you have that much anger in you against your neighbor that you're willing to lose a loved one and feel that pain because your anger is so harsh, you might say. Anyway, yeah, yesterday I had a rough day. I lost my Valentine. Got me thinking on this subject in terms of positive out of negative. Anyway, but that's why I missed yesterday's my little coach. Make sure rest in peace. But anyway, how much hate do you have in you? This is what this one's going to be on. How much hate do you have in you? Are you willing to sit there and feel the pain of losing a loved one because you just totally despise your neighbor that much? Is that how far we've come? I mean, I'm tired of all the fighting, disagreeing, division, and just flat out wanting violence to happen to you, somebody who doesn't agree with you. I mean, okay, I don't want to lose any of my kids or my grandkids or anybody I care about, anybody, to somebody being mad at them. All right? I mean, I'm changing a lot. I used to be quite a hothead, or I was always quick for the trigger. Well, I'm done with that. I just don't want to feel that hate no more. I don't want to be divided no more. My neighbor is not my enemy, no matter how much a politician says they are. Okay? Talk about people that get in front of a microphone and just sit there and hate, want to start wars and everything. What? They ain't going to lose nobody they love. They ain't going to lose their kids. Their kids ain't going to be going into that. It's just going to be the people they want fighting with each other. Anyway, I just, after dealing with this pain again of losing something that I care about dearly, I just don't feel the hate towards somebody. It's something to justify that having your life flipped upside down for a while. Okay? And then would you want to cause that in somebody else's life? Anyway, we all need to learn to get along. I know my hate isn't so strong where I just want to off somebody so somebody else can feel pain. Anyway, it's windy out today. I want to do a live on my horse. Your beauty. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm having a better day than I thought I was after losing my Valentine. But sometimes you got to get back in the saddle. Have your cry fest in the morning and get on with the rest of your day. So, but anyway, who wants to feel that pain? I mean, we're just a country that's just full of hate and division. That's all we got. All we got is a reason to hate your neighbor, not help your neighbor out or love your neighbor. Well, your neighbor disagrees with me on, I don't know, the color the sidewalk should be. So, I want him punished. I want him to feel pain. You gotta get through that. Or, the thing is, we're all gonna get along one day, or we're all gonna feel that pain of losing somebody we care about because we decided to disagree with the other person. I mean, yeah, that's war. Whatever. We shouldn't have it in our own country. All right? And it's the politicians that are causing the division. I don't care what side you're on. I'm done hating. I'm an American. I live in America. Okay? I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I'm an American. That's the way I feel. And I'm sick of fighting with my neighbor because we're pissed off at each other because, I don't know, Jacqueline Crockett gets on TV and starts spouting her goofy stuff. I mean, anybody ever listen to these politicians now? I mean, if your kids were to talk like that, you'd wash your mouth out with soap. I mean, where they wouldn't even realize how to be good anymore. And that's what's happening. People are so angry at each other, that's all they know. That's what they're brought up with. They're taught division and how to divisive content in school. What makes you different? Not what makes you the same. What What makes you different? And then if you really stand out, you're weird, you're good to go. I'm sick of the hate. I'm not hating no more. I'm not going to have subjects on this channel that divide people, that have a reason. Oh, I'm sorry, I've been watching the comments. Roll, recording. That's a potato. Oh, good, I got the haters in. You see, this is what I mean. This is the reason that we have half the problem. Because we have morons on YouTube that would say, so they can get their 15 minutes, 10 minutes of fame, they'd destroy the whole world. Really? You know, I'm not going to fall for it, buddy. You know, you're welcome to get on here and be as stupid as you want. So, whatever. But I guess I sound like a potato. Oh, I guess you must eat me. Well, you're here. Let's see. So, you need glasses. No, the thing is, I need reading glasses. These are reading glasses. You know why? Because I can see just fine, except for reading, and I gotta read. Insulting stuff from the liberals. I gotta insult somebody. I hate myself so much, I gotta insult somebody. You know what? A real man doesn't give a shit because a real man's comfortable in his own shoes. And if you think you can sit there and say something that a Marine hasn't heard already or been insulted, you'd be pretty good, but knowing you're a little shithead, living in mommy's basement on your computer, talking to me in between your porn channels. And all they do is want to hate. Hate. See what I'm saying? I'm having a discussion about hate, and you got people leaving comments, hate. Boy, how are we going to correct this country's problems when we can't even be on social media, give my opinion without somebody wanting to hate and say a bunch of stupid stuff? But like I say, whatever, to each his own. What do we got here? Where are you? What are you doing right now? I don't know. What do you think I'm doing right now? Looks like a horse. Looks like the middle of nowhere. I wonder what I'm doing. What do you think I'm doing? I'm riding a four-wheeler, okay? That's what I'm doing. Anyway, back on me. So, yeah, I ride horse. I'm a cowboy. You know, one of those things you're trying to get rid of. It's one thing about AI. You're never going to get a robot to be able to ride a horse. I'd like to see a robot there trying to get on a horse once that horse will make sure that can happen. But anyway, I would just want to talk about this hate. Like I say, when you lose somebody that you really care about, you feel that feeling, that just shit that just screws up your life for a while. Is your hate that strong where you want to feel that? You want to feel your hate and that at the same time? Would that make you feel good? I don't think so. Well, I'm not feeling it no more. I'm not playing the game anymore. I'm removing my cog from the machine of division. This channel is going to be about subjects that we all have an opinion on. Whether you agree with it or not, doesn't matter what your political affiliation is. I'm being angry right now and wanting to sit there and off your neighbor or somebody you hate just because he doesn't agree with you. And that's stronger than the feeling you feel if you lost someone. If you were a victim of that. Let's say one of your kids or your spouse. All because a politician gets on TV in front of the news and says, hey, you need to hate your neighbor because of this, and this, and this. You can't want to sit there and tell you how we're supposed to get along with our neighbor? Nope. You know, like I say, Republicans want to control you, and Democrats want to babysit you. Which one do you do? It's like me, not like it. You want to follow a banner of a bunch of crooks and thieves? You know, the elites that run our country and world are so criminal and got so much control that if you expose their criminal activity, that would make all of us out here, the normal people, look like choir boys, okay, we're not allowed to say it because it screwed the world up. So they're just allowed to get away with it and keep doing it because they're too important. Kristen, these people don't have eyes. I don't care, sweetie. I tell you what, these people get on here, like I say, it's just nothing but YouTube just become all social media. It's become a place where you can sit there and go on, hide in your basement, not put your face on it, and just insult anybody. Because you know what? You get to 20 minutes of fame. Yay! I'm famous. But you know what? They're not getting over on me. I don't care. Makes their day go by faster. They can insult me on your own. Sounds strong. Whatever. See one of them. Oh, I'm Here they are. Here they are. Here they are. Anyway. All I know is I don't want to feel it. I don't want to feel it. It's crazy inside. Whatever. Oh, I hope we get some rain. Actually looks like it might. It's so dry. I gotta get part of my Grover up. We're getting up Grover in my place. But we're actually supposed to get some snow on Saturday. I like it. 4 inches of nice snow. Get it on that grass I just planted. That'd be awesome. My horses don't walk. She don't like it. We do a lot of trying. And that's when you live on a big ranch, you gotta cover ground. A lot of ground to get to the cows to travel on. So she's used to it. She's not a trail rider, you might say. She's a cow horse. Let's get going. I'm not gonna follow somebody. Anyway, it's like I say, this channel isn't going to be hate-filled. I'm not going to put gasoline in the tank of trolls that want to get out of here and try to do their stupid stuff. I can put a troll in the corner sucking his thumb and no time flat. But they don't even do that. They just click off my channel. That's all they do is they click off. They can't even face it. They're hiding in their basement. They still can't face it. But whatever. I guess we'll just have to find somebody else to react to their hate. This guy ain't doing it no more. The only way we're going to get America back is if all Americans realize who the enemy is and get on the same page. All right? That's what we need to do. I mean, I don't remember my neighbor ever doing anything against me. Okay? If he did, the cops would have been called and it would have been handled that way. I'm not getting hurt by my neighbor except the people that I don't have to deal with. But the people that get sucked in, like in these big cities and stuff. I'm not, listen to a politician. You should listen to a politician for about 10 minutes and realize that it's not worth listening to a politician. Okay, and I'm going to say it doesn't matter on what side they are. All a politician does is take your money, doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican, and spend it on stuff that they feel is important. Why do they want the presidency? Because they're in control of the money for 4 years. Okay? Remember, money is what drives the world. Then you got the politicians on there. I'm telling you, that Jacqueline Crockett, or whatever her name is, from Texas, how is she not in jail? How can these people, like I say, you want to be hateful, but then you just, what these people are saying and then threatening the president, I remember a couple stories talked about when Biden was president, supposedly got threatened. Well, those people ended up getting gunned down in the street by the FBI. Remember that one in Salt Lake City, Utah? Before Biden came to Salt Lake City? Remember that guy that got shot down because he posted some stuff on the internet they didn't like? But us Republicans, I said, they need to be shot down, they need to be arrested. Especially if you flat out threaten the president. Plus, they're flat out saying they're so full of hate, they don't even want the country to succeed. Well, if the country don't succeed, then the people in it don't succeed. So what you're saying is you're trying to set everybody up to fail, including the people that voted for you. And that's a strong message. Hate, feel, hate, feel, hate, feel. And let's not forget about Maxine Waters and let's get in their faces stuff. And there's Republicans that are just as bad that push the violence, okay? And we got an attorney general in there that was all talk, and Epstein clients are still running around raping children, and nothing's happening, okay? But don't worry, you better obey the law, and we're going to tell you when to hate your neighbor, and you just fall in line. Make sure we have two sides to this war instead of the people against the government, which it needs to be. Okay, I'm not hating no more. I am not hating no more. Oh, I want to see it. See that substation there? You see anything around here? Okay, talk about terrorism. How hard would it be to take out that substation? Just drive by on the road with an automatic weapon, you don't even have to stop. But don't worry, our country's secure. Especially when you let the enemy in, we're secure. I'm just saying, this ain't gonna be a chance, man. It's not. It's not. If you want to sit there and hate, come on here and say a bunch of stupid comments, you won't be on very long because, like I say, I won't acknowledge it, and I'll just make fun of you, belittle you, okay? I'm not gonna get excited and fall into your trap because, you know what, I'm a conservative male, and I'm very comfortable in the shoes that I wear, okay? Anyway, Beauty wants to get a rolling, so I got about 2 more miles before I get home. So I think I'm gonna get off of here and let her do a little trotting and running before we get home. Boy, I tell you what, I hope we get some rain tonight. I got a lot of grass planted. I've been watering it, but I tell you what, there's nothing better than rainwater on a lawn. That makes it come up so much better. Anyway, I know I'm talking about lawn care. All I know is I can't wait to get on here and show. Let's see, I started planting grass on Monday. So hopefully in 3 weeks from Monday, I'll have a nice green lawn and I can sit there and put pictures on it and post. That would be cool. But anyway, my message today is don't listen to the politicians. There's no reason to hate your neighbor because your hate for your neighbor isn't stronger than the feeling you'd feel when you lose somebody you love because your neighbor hates you. Okay? That's the message of this. Stop listening to the politicians. Okay? They are not our friend. They steal from us, create division, and just, whatever it takes to maintain control. Okay? They're not controlling me, and I'm not hating them more. You want to come up and hate on me? That's fine. If I got to defend myself, that'll be fine. Otherwise, I'm going to smile, and I'm going to talk to you and have a conversation with you, like it should be. Okay? Anyway, that's all I got. Oh, just hold on, Beauty. She wants to go. Everybody have a great night. This is Tom. I'm out.